These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. You know what's really terrifying? That unfinished college degree lurking in the background, just sitting there waiting for you. That's where Southern New Hampshire University comes in. With flexible online degree programs, there's no commuting, no rigid schedule, and no more excuses. Plus, they have some of the lowest online tuition rates in the U.S. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to learn more before your degree becomes just another story about what could have been. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, weirdos. I'm Ash.
And I'm Alaina.
And this is a mini Morbid.
It's so tiny.
It's the smallest.
It's very little.
Mini Morbid. Mini Morbid, mini Morbid, mini Morbid. Probably not, though, because it's Alaina's mini, and like you know how she does it.
You know how I do.
And like you know.
And like you know.
Ooh, did I sound like a Kardashian?
Oh.
I'll see myself out.
Yes, today is a mini Morbid. So we don't have any business because It's a mini Morbid. So we just cut to the chase here.
1, 2, 3, go.
All right. So tonight's mini Morbid is a tale of survival.
Oh, she lives.
I love tales of survival.
Oh, he lives. We have room for all.
Now, this was on an I Survived episode, but I did not watch the I Survived episode because...
So don't fucking credit it.
Exactly.
No,
so I'm not going to credit it because I did not watch it, so I didn't get any of this information from that episode.
So before you go typing on your keyboard,
yelling
get away
at me.
From me.
I got my information from a ton of articles and also some interviews with the woman in question. So, just saying. So I'm going to start off with talking about a 911 call.
Oh, I'm stressed.
So here's how the 911 call went.
Does it start with, hello, 911, what's your emergency?
No, it starts with, welcome to Wendy's, what can we do for you?
I'd like a 4 for 4. That's what you could do for me.
So the caller begins, we have an intruder in the house next door. The intruder was in the bedroom with a hammer. The woman who lives there thinks she may have strangled him. He was down when she left.
Thinks she may have strangled him?
Oh, yeah.
She's not sure?
Oh, yeah. So the 911 operator says, can you put her on the phone? The caller says, she's bleeding. 911 says, does she need an ambulance? The caller says, no, she's a nurse. She says, call an ambulance for the guy. He may be dead.
Bad bitch alert.
And the 911 dispatcher says, what did she use on him? She strangled him. What else did she do? And the caller says she put a chokehold on him. 911 says, I've got help on the way. Stay on the line. And the caller says, she has a hammer here. 911 says, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Just leave it there. So the caller says, she hit him in the head several times. That's the hammer he had with him. She struck him and she strangled him and she thinks he's dead.
Super casual way to start your night.
This call came from Portland, Oregon on September 6, 2006. So let's take ourselves to Portland, Oregon on September 6, 2006.
All right, tell me what was going down.
We're going to go there. So 51-year-old Susan Kuhnhausen was returning home from her job as a nurse in the ER room of Providence Hospital.
Okay.
So she's an ER nurse. So
Bad
she's
bitch.
Yeah, she's already like this badass bitch because you can't just be any regular bitch working at an ER.
No, you're a badass bitch.
You're a badass bitch.
A BAB.
So she's on her way home. She's a long shift. She's tired. She needs a little pampering. So she stops at the Perfect Look hair salon to get her hair did.
Hell yeah, girl. Get your blowout.
That's right. And while she's there, the stylist said that Susan told her she was thinking about getting a new hair color because she was going through kind of a tough divorce.
Oh, girl.
Yeah. Which, that's what you do.
As like somebody who has had
you
every
would
hair color
recommend.
under the sun, yes, amen, sis.
Amen. Now that we know that Susan is an ER nurse, she's going through a tough divorce, let's kind of go back really quickly to her childhood so we can kind of bring you up to speed of where she is.
Paint the pic of Sue.
Let's just paint this picture. So Susan's childhood was definitely not abusive or anything like that by all accounts, but it wasn't super calm, and it wasn't one where you would really learn what a happy, healthy marriage was.
Retweet Susan. Bringing my childhood trauma into every episode.
Yes.
You're welcome. Brought to you by me.
Brought to you by neglect.
I'm out. Oh, that was wicked funny.
Just kidding.
Are you though? Because I'm not.
Just to be clear,
Mom, are you listening?
we don't have the same mom, just so you know.
Elena's mom is great.
She is.
She's my grandma. We're not sisters.
Ash's mom.
Not so great. 10 out of 10. Don't recommend.
Okay. Woo! So, Susan's father was an Air Force cook, and her mom was a stay-at-home mom. They separated when she was in second grade.
Okay.
So pretty early on. Now, life was not like bad when she was a child. It was just like kind of chaotic and not stable.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, they're a military family, so they're moving a lot. Not that I'm not saying military families are chaotic and unstable. That's not what I'm saying.
But this particular one.
This particular one just happened to be. When she was a child, they moved from Colorado to Arizona, Arizona to California, California to Nevada. Like they were just everywhere.
Potato, patata.
They're constantly, shuffling through different schools and new friends and having to start over a lot. And then they're going between their parents as well.
So it was just a lot of movement.
Yeah. And Susan herself said, quote, "My parents loved me, but they couldn't teach me to have a successful marriage any more than they could teach me how to fly."
I love that.
Which I love. So when she got out of high school, that's when she became a licensed practical nurse. And then she quickly became a registered nurse. She moved to Oregon in the early 80s and later went to Portland. She began in Coos Bay.
Ooh.
Coos Bay?
Coos Bay.
I think it's Coos Bay. Somebody from Oregon will let me know. So she started out in Coos Bay, later went to Portland. It was in 1988 that her romantic life took a turn. Her mother and her friend, this is so 80s, I feel,
I'm excited.
paid for a personal ad for Susan.
I feel like my romance has gotten to that point where like I'm waiting for you to put out a personal ad.
I'm going to pay for a personal ad.
Actually don't. I feel like that's
No,
not safe.
Absolutely not.
Don't do that.
They took one out in the Willamette Week paper.
I was like, is that supposed to mean something to me?
It's a certain week. No. And what it said was, quote, "Someone different. SWF," which is single white female.
Yeah.
33. Overweight, but not over life. Which I'm like, yes,
Same, Susan. Same. Overweight, but not over life.
Susan's the best. Seeks SM, single male,
Joker.
who wants more out of a relationship than just, quote, slender.
Yes.
Go, Susan.
The baddest bitch.
I just love her already.
But she didn't, did she write that? No. Her
No,
family
but
did.
but I'm sure they like consulted her.
They better have.
Yeah.
Imagine if they were like overweight, but not over life. And she was like, bitch, what?
Well, and Susan was known to have like a great sense. She has a great sense of humor because she's still alive, guys. Just so you know.
Spoiler alert.
I keep saying was, like she's not here. But Susan has a great sense of humor. She's very like vivacious, very outgoing.
I
like,
want to watch
knew
this
who she
episode
was.
of I Survived.
Yeah, she's a bad ass. And one of the replies they got was from a guy named Mike.
Mike, what's up?
It said, quote, "My name is Mike. I'm a 39-year-old DWM."
DWM.
Which I meant to look that up and see what that meant.
Dude with money. That's
Dude
what I would
with
hope
money.
for.
He wasn't.
Oh.
So,
Dick without money.
yes, that's probably exactly what that meant. Thank you.
I'm going to Google it right now.
I enjoy things in nature, from wandering in the ape caves at Mount St. Helens to walking on the beach at sunset. So it's
Wow.
like, I like long walks on the beach.
Divorced white male.
Divorced white male. All right, we see. We
Yeah.
see. All right. Well, this divorced white male named Mike, who
Got
likes
it.
long walks on the beach. This dick without money. This was Mike Kuhnhausen.
Okay.
Later, she becomes Susan Kuhnhausen.
So you get the
spoiler
picture.
alert, they get married.
Murdered.
Now, she first spoke to him by phone on January 30th, 1988. So Mike grew up in Portland. He was adopted as a newborn in 1948. And he told Susan that he had seen combat in Vietnam, but she says she didn't think that was true. Because the records in the military actually show that he was a switchboard operator.
Why do people lie about
So he was
things?
already bullshitting.
Like,
Yeah.
shut up. Just tell the truth.
Just don't lie about it, man. You were in the military. Be proud of that.
right.
You
That's
know-
enough to be proud
Yeah,
of.
exactly.
Shut up with your lies.
Just shut up, Mike.
Ugh.
Jesus. So they talked on the phone a ton, and Susan said he had a nice voice. I was impressed he wanted to talk about the deeper things.
Okay.
Because, that's rare.
Sure fucking is.
So for their first date, it was in February 1988. They met at the Crystal Springs Rhododendron Garden, and it was next to Reed College, and they fed ducks and fed squirrels unsalted peanuts.
That's really pure.
Isn't that so wholesome?
It's the purest.
So pure. Unfortunately, not all of
wasn't
this
so pure
lasts.
from then.
So within a year, they went to Reno, Nevada, and got hitched. But almost immediately after, things just turned.
Oh, come on.
It wasn't romantic feeding ducks anymore. It was like him burping and guzzling Diet Coke and chain smoking and
Ew.
being all up on her business.
And she was like, now I see why you were a DWM
Exactly, a dick without money.
and a divorced white male.
So, Susan herself says, it wasn't very long after we got married that there was no more hiking, no more getting out.
Oh.
So she was like, yeah, that shit sucked.
That must suck when you marry somebody and they turn into a completely different person.
It's like he pretended to be one person and then...
because you're locked into that shit.
now you're
I
locked
mean,
in.
I'm going to trick someone into marrying me someday, but
There you go, fellas. You hear
I
that?
love hiking.
I love it.
Let's go.
So within a few years of the wedding, Mike got a new job.
A
And
good one?
It was as a janitorial supervisor for their Oregon Entertainment,
Okay.
which was the parent company of Fantasy Adult Video.
Okay.
I mean, a paycheck. Soon it became pretty clear that Mike was not exactly forthcoming in the beginning with how, just a much of a bummer he can be.
Oh.
Because she said, quote, his life philosophy was, life is a shit sandwich, and every day you take another bite until you die.
What? Life is a shit.
To which I say,
Huzzah.
don't live like that, guys, if at all possible. That's a real bummer way to live.
I can't stop laughing.
So he just sucked. He just was like, everything sucks.
Can you imagine saying that to someone that you've loved?
What, kind of in wow, hearing your husband say that, you'd be like, oh, this is going to be a long life. a very long shit-eating life.
Wow, I thought that was so funny.
You did. Ash is literally crying right now.
Yeah, no, that would be really
That's
sad if
you?
somebody was serious.
Yeah,
about
like she's
that.
like, that's a bummer. So Mike quickly became like a real pain in the ass. He was constantly hounding Susan about her plans when she went out.
Bye.
And it wasn't like, hey, where are you going?
What was it like?
It was like obsessive, like controlling kind of thing.
Yeah, Mike, I'm going out.
Yeah.
See you never.
Bye, Mike.
Bye. You're divorced again.
He also monitored her spending very closely and complained even when she made the most minor of purchases, which is no good.
I'd be like, I have a job and I make money too. So
like, she's a fucking ER nurse. She makes her money.
The money I make.
Yeah.
Thank you and good
She
night.
earns her money. And so it wasn't like there was just no teamwork. It seems like it was just kind of like judgment and like controlling behavior. And he kind of wasn't like, he's just being a dick.
He's shitty. How long were they married for?
Well, 17 years into their marriage.
What the actual fuck?
Susan finally had enough.
That marriage sounds like a shit sandwich.
It really does. And so she even said if she tried to kiss him, he'd burp.
Ew, what a
So he was just
loser.
like being
a frat
gross
boy?
and disgusting. And yeah, like.
Are we going to get yelled at by frat boys now?
Oh, probably. So she said, quote, I cared about him, but I didn't want to live with him anymore. I wanted to be happy again.
Oh, Sue.
Yeah, she didn't want to keep taking bites of this shit sandwich until they both died.
Imagine if you went to kiss John and he burped. I'd be like, go
I would be like,
light
what
yourself on fire.
is wrong with you?
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Like, that's so gross.
That's why I'm single.
So in September of 2005, she finally was like, listen, you got to move out. Like, we got to separate.
Get out of here.
So he moved into his father's home, but one important thing is Susan never changed the locks or the alarm code.
Oh gosh, girl. I'm not victim shaming, but like change your locks.
I know, but you would never think that. I mean, he, by all accounts, he didn't seem like he was violent mostly. So it's like, I don't think you would think like my ex-husband is going to do something terrible if I don't change the locks, like that's
I think we only think that way because we're like, so in.
Oh yeah. Like I would totally think that, but I think like normal people would probably not even.
Yeah, no,
that wouldn't even register.
No, it definitely wouldn't.
And their alarm code was 1210, which was their anniversary.
Wow, that's horrifyingly sad.
So the night of her attack, Susan spent about an hour at the hair salon, the perfect little hair salon.
Okay.
Then she left. She felt real good. She felt real pampered.
I bet she did.
And she drove to her blue one-story Cape house in the Montevilla neighborhood of Southeast Portland. She got home at approximately 6:37 p.m. She went into the mudroom at the back of the house, and she found a note by the microwave from Mike.
Okay.
And it said, quote, Sue, haven't been sleeping, had to get away, went to the beach. And he added that he would see her on Friday or Saturday, and he wrote, love me.
Wait, why?
Because they were in the process of separating, but it was like...
So they were still seeing each other sometimes?
Yeah, I think it was like they were just in the process.
Okay.
So she unlocked the door to the kitchen, and at this point she was still wearing her blue ER scrubs because she was just coming home from work in the hair salon. And she hears the beeping of her security alarm. So she disarmed it, walked into the house, and then went back outside and like looked through the mail, like just was
like casual,
not
just
even
got home things.
Yeah, like things you're not even. And again, she disarmed the alarm, like everything was normal.
Yeah.
Suddenly, she walks back into the house with her mail, places it down, and suddenly from behind the bedroom door, the figure of a man appears.
Goodbye.
And immediately attacks her.
Oh my God.
Which to me is the scariest thing I could ever imagine.
Ever.
Walking into my house and a man just walks out of a room.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm like bone chills right now. So later it was determined that this man, who was a complete stranger to Susan, was 59-year-old Ed Haffey.
Okay.
He stood 5'9", weighed 190 pounds. And when he attacked Susan, he was wearing Dockers, a blue striped shirt, and a tan baseball hat that was pulled way down low, like over his eyes.
He was a big dude.
Yeah.
Not tall-wise, but like beef-wise.
Yeah, he was beefy. And he had long, straggly, like grayish hair. that matched an equally long, unkempt gray beard.
Oh, I'm scared.
So he was a scary looking guy.
Yeah.
And his hair was in a ponytail tucked like into the cap that day. And he also wore yellow rubber gloves on his hands.
What, like kitchen sink gloves?
Yeah. And one of his hands held a red and black claw hammer.
A fucking claw hammer?
Yep. Now,
remember the other day I told you I was going to claw hammer you if you didn't sit down?
That's true, you did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keeping on.
Look at that. I'm pulling it right around. Now, as soon as she saw him, she screamed, "Who are you? What do you want?" And she screamed it as loudly as she could, but he didn't answer. He just kept advancing on her.
Oh my God. Now,
Susan, who was 5 feet 4 inches, again, like we said, was an emergency room nurse for nearly 30 years. She'd been a nurse. So she had seen some shit, as most anyone who is a nurse, and particularly one who works in an ER of a hospital knows. It isn't a passive job by any stretch of the imagination. Even the tiniest, most unassuming nurses can probably kick your ass 6 ways to Sunday.
Oh, easily.
And Susan, throughout all her time at that job, I mean, she had to disarm injured men, women, anything. I mean, she's cracked people's chests open to perform heart massages. She administered IVs to patients that are thrashing and fighting back to her. You know, like,
oh my God, that sounds
she's dealt with people going through drug withdrawal. She's dealt with it all. So it's like she has dealt with craziness and just chaos. And so she and all the other nurses at this particular hospital also trained regularly in self-defense.
Hell yeah.
So they knew how to slip out of headlocks because that shit's going to happen and all that good stuff. So before Susan could even comprehend what was happening, this dude was swinging the claw hammer wildly at her.
Oh my God.
And he was running forward. Yeah. So he managed to quickly connect the claw hammer into her head and face.
Oh my God, no.
But somehow, probably because she is literally Superwoman, she was able to start fighting him off after getting hit in the head and face with a claw hammer. So the first blow that he landed on her was in her left temple, which like just gives me a headache. I know
we all both just instantly started rubbing our temples.
We're like, yeah. And this is such what she does next is such an amazingly impressive move to me because it's something that a lot of us probably would not immediately assume to do in this situation. When he came at her, she crowded him.
Okay.
So she went closer to him. She ran towards him.
Right.
Because she said she knew that the swings of the claw hammer would have less force if she was close to him.
Oh.
Like if she stayed far away, he had more momentum to hit her with. But if she was crowding him, he would have to like kind of like pick at her.
Right.
You know, and it's like,
wow, what a smart ass lady.
Yeah, that's so against your natural instinct of like running the fuck the other way.
I would just be like, I really hope heaven's real.
I would just be running. But she was clear-headed enough, even after getting slammed in the head with a claw hammer, to do this.
Oh my God.
It just blows my mind. So she also ends up biting him.
Yes.
And this was intentional and not just a desperate attempt to keep him at bay. She said, quote, "If I died, I wanted it to be known that I fought to live."
Hell yeah.
And I was like, Susan.
Bad bitch.
Yes, Susan. Now, once she bit him, they both fell to the floor and she immediately tried to disarm him. She tried to get that claw hammer. So they're literally fighting over the claw hammer and he got her up against a wall and then he said, quote, "You're strong."
Yeah, I am. Get out of my house.
And she was like, for some reason, that just made me so angry because I was like, he's here to kill me. Like she was like, he's not trying to rob me. He's not trying to rape me. He's here to kill me. Like it just made all of a sudden. And she was like, I just all of a sudden was like, I don't know who this dude is, but I know what his intention is. Like he wants to kill me.
It's kill or be killed.
Yeah. So he was struggle bussing with her because even with a claw hammer to the head and face, she was not even a little like backing down or weakened. So she managed to wrestle the hammer from him.
Yes.
And she swung it 3 times, maybe 4, she said, into his skull.
Hell yeah.
With the claw end.
Because you have to.
And he snatched the hammer back. So she grabbed his throat. And she just fucking squeezed his throat and screamed, "Who sent you here?" And she said he wouldn't answer. And then his face started turning red, then purple, then darker purple with a blue tinge. And she said that's when she freaked out and let go.
Yeah.
And she said then she tried to run because she was like, holy shit. Like,
I gotta get out of here.
Because honestly, even in this situation, it's like killing someone is a big deal. It's like,
yeah, you don't want to kill anybody.
And she's sitting there squeezing his throat, watching him die. And she was like, fuck.
Well,
and
she's a nurse. Right.
Like, yeah. Like her purpose in life is to save lives. You know what I mean? And she's sitting there having
up.
Yeah. So she tries to run out of there, and he ended up catching her as she ran from her bedroom into the hallway.
Oh my God. Come on, dude. He was hit too that many times?
Like in the head too.
What is in the air?
I know. What is happening? A lot of adrenaline.
Are you guys drinking?
A lot of adrenaline. So he spun her around again and he punched her in the face.
Oh, get out of here, you rude
Split her lip. You rude man.
I just lost all things to call him.
Out of here.
You rude man. That's what I would say if I was attacked. So that's
good.
I
would too. Yeah, there you go.
No, I wouldn't.
So he punches her. He splits her lip. He punches her again. That's when she falls to the floor.
Oh no, get up.
And she said, quote, he was standing over me with the hammer.
No.
I looked at the floor and I thought, I'm going to die today.
No.
Can you even fathom that?
Can't.
That you're laying on the floor looking up at this scraggly ass dude in a fucking a tan baseball cap. What's that? And he's wearing yellow rubber fucking dishwasher
why is he wearing
gloves.
Dishwasher gloves.
And he's sitting there with a claw hammer in his hand, and you're sitting there going like, not only am I going to die today, but this is how I'm going to die today?
Yeah.
Like, I can't even wrap my brain around that.
No,
I just couldn't do it. And so she says to this day, she has no idea how she did it.
What'd she do?
But she managed to pull him to the floor too.
Yes.
And she said, quote, I got to get the hammer, she told herself. So she said she immediately started biting this motherfucker again.
Good.
And she said this time she bit him because she wanted to tie herself to him so that if he did kill her, they would be able to catch him through her bite marks.
Oh my God.
She was fucking Ted Bundying that shit. She was like, I watched the Ted Bundy trial. I know what dental records can do.
But Ted did
I'm gonna bite the fuck out of this dude. Exactly.
She did it with
But she was like,
intent.
I know that this can be a fucking smoking gun, so I'm gonna do this.
Wow.
So she ended up biting his arm, his flank, and his thigh. And that's not enough for you? Is that enough for you?
I already read your
I
notes.
hope it's not enough
just
for
saw
you.
your notes.
Because she also bit through his zipper and bit his dick.
I'm screaming.
Like, she was like, I'm literally going to bite your penis off.
She
like,
bit the dick's dick.
She bit right through his zipper.
Oh, I thought you were going to say right through his dick.
I mean, I wish she did.
Oh, jeez.
But that is like legendary.
Next level.
Legendary.
Next level shit. She's a Power Ranger.
She's
I don't know what she is. She's a mythical creature of sorts.
She is so much to behold.
You did it, bitch.
If this isn't enough to send her in the Hall of Fame of the most badass survivor in the galaxy,
It is.
but then she ratcheted it up a notch.
What'd she do?
As if biting through his zipper and making sure she was leaving her teeth everywhere. In the midst of all this chaos wasn't legendary enough. While chewing on him, she tried to rifle through his pockets to find an ID that she could toss under a bed or a chair or somewhere. So she said in case police found it later, they could figure out who he was.
Wow.
Like this, she's thinking.
How does your brain do that in the crazy moment?
Like,
you know when you get in like an argument with someone and then later on you think about it and you're like, oh fuck, I wish I had
said this. I wish I had done this.
She did everything she wished she could have done.
Like she did everything that none of us would even fathom.
Like later on as a ghost, I'd be like, fuck, I wish I bit his dick
damn
off.
it. Yeah.
Wow.
But she did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's everything.
Everything.
She said, quote, I was like a downed power line snapping on the pavement.
Wow.
Which also I'm like,
what a metaphor.
Also poetry, Susan.
Susan, what don't you do? I bet she even rocked her new haircut.
She did.
What did Susan not do?
She probably didn't even judge it.
You know what she didn't do? Die.
Yeah. You know what she did do? Survive.
Goonies never die.
No way, they don't. So, moments after this, she manages to climb on top of him
and hammer the shit out of his face.
And pins him to the ground And she places him into a chokehold and yells in his face, "Tell me who sent you and I will call a fucking ambulance for you."
Yes.
Like, not, so now she has him totally powerless and she's like, "Oh, you want help? Do you want me to call a fucking ambulance?
Wow.
Then you tell me who sent you." Because not only is she like, "I need to survive," she's like, "What motherfucker sent you?" Like,
I'll kill
she's
them
like,
too. I will bite their dick too.
I will bite their dick off too.
Tell me who sent you. I'm gonna bite their dick.
Are you kidding me? And she said he didn't say anything and just growled in her face.
Ew.
Which
so
would
I would have then killed him.
That would have set my ass off.
I would have been well, today's the day you die.
So he's trying to throw her off of him. And she just strengthens her chokehold until he stops moving.
Yes.
Once he stops moving.
And the last thing he did was growl. Like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, it's like, was it worth it?
Shut up with your growl.
And so she drops his ass. She grabs the hammer, which is another small move that is like smart.
Because they always come back to life.
Yeah.
Have you seen Scream?
Yeah, you've watched Scream, you know. So... And then she goes to the neighbor's house, and that's when she calls 911, which is the call we were talking about in the beginning.
Yes.
So
Full circle.
She was brought to the hospital where she works.
Okay. Wow.
And
they were all clapping when she arrived.
And they were just like, "Holy shit, Susan."
But like, we just saw you 2 hours ago.
Like, holy damn. And she was admitted to the emergency room. And while she was in there, she immediately started thinking if her estranged husband had something to do with this.
Oh my God.
She immediately was like, "Oh, fuck." So remember, she had kicked him out. She had asked for a divorce, and the locks and alarms had not been changed since he had left that house.
Oh no.
Now, the day after the attack, her friend Helen Balone went with her back to her house to get some belongings.
Oh, I would not want to go back there.
And she's just like, yeah, like, I'm gonna do it. Like, she's so strong.
I would call my best friend and be like, "Listen, Creme, I need A, B, and C. You're gonna go
help.
get it. Love you so much. Bye."
Love you so much.
Shout out to my best friend.
And once they were there, her friend Helen said, "Hey, there's a backpack in your basement that doesn't belong."
What?
Now, police hadn't even seen the backpack when they'd gone in there because I guess the basement was kind of like cluttered like a normal basement.
Yeah.
And I think they just didn't think of it. So inside this backpack, which was not hers, was a container of Hershey's syrup.
Okay.
Which not real sure where that was going. $200 in cash, diabetes pills,
maybe because of the Hershey syrup.
Yeah, there you go. A day book and a pay stub made out to Haffey, the attacker.
Okay.
Now, there was a very damning entry in the day book, and it was on Monday, September 4th, 2006.
Did it say,
and it
"Kill
said,
Susan"?
"Call Mike." And in a manila envelope in the backpack was a piece of paper with Mike's new cell phone number on it. So already they're like,
fuck up.
So Ed Haffey knows Mike, and something's going on here. So Ed Haffey, our attacker, who is now dead,
had diabetes.
I think he did.
From drinking Hershey syrup.
He had lived in a trailer on Northeast Killingsworth Street in Portland.
That's ironic.
Right? That is a little creepy. And people who knew him told police that he had been raised in an upper middle class home and was an avid tennis player his whole life before he just like went down the tubes.
Before he decided to be a fucking hitman?
Yeah, because he also had a gnarly rap sheet. Court records showed that he, 15 years earlier, on February 28th, 1991, had arranged the murder of his ex-girlfriend, 39-year-old Georgia Lee Dutton.
Did he succeed?
Her decomposed body was later found along the Umpqua River in Rosenberg. He ended up pleading guilty to conspiracy to commit aggravated murder on March 14th, 1994. And he spent 9 years in Eastern Oregon Correctional Institution.
That's it?
And was released on November 3rd, 2003.
For planning to murder someone, he got 9 years? It's
amazing how little people get punished for arranging murders. Like,
what?
It's
9
crazy.
years? That's insane.
Oh, yeah. And after he got out on November 3rd, 2003, he moved to Portland and he needed a job. So you get out of prison, you need a job. Well, in July 2004, a guy named Mike Kuhnhausen hired him. And he hired him to clean floors at Fantasy Adult Video. So He was already a violent guy. He was already evil as fuck. And he was also desperate for cash and addicted to crack as well. So he was the perfect guy to do what Mike needed him to do. Now, during his autopsy, because remember, he's dead.
LOL. Bye.
It became known that he had a near lethal dose of cocaine in his system when he attacked
so that's
Susan.
why he was so fucking
So that's why he was so like just coming back. And also adrenaline. I'm sure it was like a total mix of everything.
A lethal amount of cocaine?
Yeah, so he was like near lethal dose. So he was just like,
that's a lot of cocaine.
really going for it. And records from that day show that Mike drove to the coast that day of the attack. He checked into the Lincoln City Inn with a credit card that afternoon, and he returned to Portland that same night, spent $339 on a Taurus 357 Magnum revolver at the Silver Lining Pawn Shop on Northeast Sandy Boulevard the next day.
He bought a gun the next day?
Yes, and you'll see why.
Okay, sorry.
They're now building a case to connect Mike with the murder for hire plot. So on September 8th, 2 days after the attack, the news media started circulating this story everywhere. It was everywhere.
Right.
And police had already located the backpack full of evidence linking him to the crime.
Right.
So Mike, on September 8th, leaves a suicide note at his father's house. And he says, quote, "All I ever wanted was to be loved, and every time I had it, I fucked it up."
Yeah, you did.
It's like, I'm sorry,
you hired a hitman to kill your wife.
You call this fucking it up?
Like have you read any marriage books?
This is like the most epic fuck up.
Chapter 1, don't hire a hitman to kill your wife.
Well, and then he immediately ran. He went on the run.
Oh, I hope he doesn't get
So police put out a bulletin for him, obviously. They're like, yo, this dude's out.
Right.
At 10 a.m. on September 13th, a Clackamas County Sheriff's deputy caught up with Mike.
Oh, thank God. I'm so happy.
They caught up with him in the parking garage of Kaiser Sunnyside Medical Center. And Mike claimed that he was going to be checking himself in for psychiatric help.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
And he said, quote, "I have nothing to live for anymore." So they put him in on an involuntary psychic hold, and 11 hours later, he was put under arrest for conspiracy to commit murder.
Right.
Now, it was later learned that Mike had tried to hire 3 other people to do this, and they all turned him down before he got to Haffey. Now, once he was arrested, it was clear that he had a motive for doing this. Now, Mike had lost his job weeks earlier.
Oh.
He had no place to live. Susan was divorcing him. Susan named her brother as beneficiary on her life insurance policy. And Mike knew that.
Well, feel free to do that for me.
Right? But Susan and Mike had paid off their house, and it was worth like $300,000. And if Susan died, that house went to him.
Oh.
So he tried to say he didn't know Haffey at all to the police. And the police were like, yeah, we already have employment records, dumbass. Like, we know that you hired him.
But
and
take
worked
another
with
bite
him.
of your shitty sandwich.
Like, take another bite of your shit sandwich.
Because you're going to jail.
So they were like, yeah, we know that you hired him and you know him and all that good stuff.
Like, stop lying.
And that's when he changed his story and was like, okay, so I know him. Just because I know the guy doesn't mean I did anything.
Yeah, but we saw in his
and they were like,
call Mike.
No, you did.
Like just say it. Make our lives a little bit easier.
Like, do we have to do this game with you? So aside from all the evidence they already had, there was also no sign of forced entry at Susan's home.
Right. So obviously somebody knew the thing.
Exactly. And security records showed that someone had disabled the alarm while Susan was at work.
Yep.
And Mike tried to cover this by saying he did it while dropping off the note about going to the beach. But they were like, no.
Because it would rearm.
And this was confirmed. This was all confirmed because on September 18th, a former cellmate of Haffey's, the attacker, contacted the police out of nowhere and was like, that dude, Haffey, asked me to join a job, which was a burglary or an insurance scam. And he said he and Haffey had met a guy at Southeast 82nd Street and Division Street. That guy was Mike Kuhnhausen.
No.
Because he was like, oh, I saw him on the news. I definitely met with that guy.
Oh, my God.
And he said the man told him, Mike told him, that he would pay him $5,000 if he helped Haffey kill his wife.
Wow.
And this inmate guy was like, And I said no because like one, no, and two, $5,000.
He's like, that's all you're going to give me?
That's all you're going to give me for killing someone? Like,
how much do hitmen normally get? Is there a going rate?
I would think more than $5,000.
I would Google it, but I'm like, I don't want
I wouldn't
that on my
Google that.
search.
Yeah, I'm not going to Google that. I'm willing to bet that people need more than $5,000 to kill people if you're a professional hitman.
Yeah.
So on November 17th, another witness told police that he'd driven Haffey, the attacker, to meet a bald man in the parking lot of an Applebee's near Interstate 205. Days after that, this person saw the man's picture on the news and was like,
Mike.
oh shit, that was Mike Kuhnhausen. Like he was, so all these witnesses are being like, oh yeah, that was the dude that was trying to
he
do
was
this.
sloppy as fuck about this.
And now Susan filed for divorce the day after Mike was arrested, which like, good for you, Susan.
She is bad bitch and all over this damn place.
And she is not even like laying down.
She's not even taking a deep breath.
Like she just went through hell. And she's already been like, nope, gotta file for divorce, gotta do this. Like, she's on it.
They say a woman who changes her hair is about to change her life.
That's Susan. Go, Susan. So when she got the chance to finally face Mike at the trial...
What did she say?
Which must have been unbelievable.
She brought a microphone and dropped it when she was done.
100%. Right? She said, quote, you were willing for me to share your small, miserable life until death we did part. The sooner the better, as it turns out. And at the end of the statement, she said, quote, I am damaged by what you have done to me. I am damaged, but I am not destroyed.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I
got a little goosebump.
Now, Mike pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder, like we said, and was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Oh my fucking God.
Right?
That's it?
Right? That's insane. That's really insane.
So then 10 years from now, what she's going to be like retired and freaking out?
And it's like, he is evil, man.
So what happens?
So he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. After the sentencing, Susan sued him for $1 million.
Yeah, she did.
Because she said she wanted to make sure he didn't have enough money to hire another hitman to finish the job.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah, she's just, I can't.
And then she went into the witness protection program?
So Mike was set to be released September 14th, 2014. Now, Susan's life changed while he was in jail, obviously, but it didn't necessarily change for the better at first. Because she said,
so paranoid.
Yeah, she said she felt like, quote, a broken plate glued back together.
Oh my God.
She said she sat in restaurants where she could see the door. Oh. She switched all her driving routes. I mean, she would circle around before going home to make sure nobody was following her.
Oh my God.
And at the time she said, quote, I'm doing a life sentence for picking a bad husband.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like, even though he's in jail, how do I know he's not hiring somebody from jail
because
to do this again?
That all the time.
So by 2014, when he was set to come out,
yeah,
she had moved to a new Portland home, and it was like out of the way. She was very secretive. And she said she surrounded her house with gravel so she would hear footsteps if anybody approached. Yeah. And she said she went to a shooting range constantly. Like she learned how to shoot. She was like, I'm going to fucking protect myself.
Have you seen the Halloween remake?
No,
she must have been like Jamie Lee Curtis.
There you go. And she said, quote, if he came here, he was not going to get close enough to hurt me. Meaning Mike when he comes out of prison.
Oh my God.
And his name is Michael
Myers.
Whoa.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's weird. Luckily, Susan didn't have to really worry because on Friday the 13th of June in 2014, Mike died in prison of natural causes.
Yes.
92 days before he was supposed to walk out of prison free.
My God. Wow.
Yep. So 92 days before he was supposed to go free and probably terrorize her for the rest of her life.
Oh, absolutely.
He just up and dies.
Good night.
Which is like, thank goodness. Susan, finally, she said, quote, I don't mourn his passing.
Duh.
Instead, I mourn the life he could have had. If only he could have opened his heart to those of us who cared about him.
Oh.
And she said that she was sad that he died in prison, quote, so far away from any of us who had ever loved him.
Wow.
So she even still had it in her soul to be like, he fucked up. He's a fucked up person. But it's sad that he couldn't understand that people did love him.
I will never be that grown.
Like,
I'll never be that grown.
I don't think Susans do not grow on trees, everybody. Like, that is just...
Wow.
There are not many Susans around.
No.
But she does say that right now, she says that she is, quote, rich in all things that count. And she says that she said, quote, I celebrate every one of my bonus days. In fact, every one of my bonus breaths I celebrate.
Oh my God.
Like, are you kidding me, Susan? You're beautiful. Like,
She is philosophy in and of itself.
She continued working as a nurse until December 2014, so the year that he died and was supposed to come out. And she's known as a hero now.
Duh.
But she actually had a ton of trouble with that, and she still does, because of the fact that she had to kill a man to survive.
Yeah, that will stay with you, I'm sure.
This just shows what kind of human she is, because she was meant to be a nurse, obviously, because she clearly has
the most empathetic
so
soul.
much empathy and so much like respect for human life. And yet she was forced into a position where she had to end a life that normally she would be breaking her own back to save at all costs.
Right.
So that must have really, like, for somebody who's just done that their
head.
whole life and that's their calling and
Right.
everything, it's like that must really fight with you. So another quote from her is she said, quote, if you can't run and you can't hide, you have to fight. You don't know that you won't survive.
Wow.
So she's literally like, don't fucking give up ever. And she says that each year on the day of her attack, she celebrates.
Hell
because
yeah.
she celebrates that she was brave enough to take a chance on her own life.
Wow. What
Like,
does she do?
Susan.
What does she do?
I don't know exactly. She didn't reveal what, because this was in an interview that I saw with her. And they asked her, like, what do you do on that day? And she was like, I celebrate. Because she's like, I took a chance on my own life. She said she tries not to think of it as like she took a life.
Yeah.
She says,
saved her own.
I chose to live. That's what she did.
That is a trip.
Just as a lasting thing, that's like that. This one little statistic, like really, I was like, whoa. Nearly 1 in 4 homicides in Oregon involve intimate partners.
1 out of 4?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So that is the crazy survival story of Susan Kuhnhausen.
Bananas.
Yeah. Like, she is
bananas.
Let's all just worship her.
Everybody,
forever.
Can we have a round of applause?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to write us an email about Susan, you can do that at
morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
If you want to follow us on Twitter to see pictures of Susan.
A Morbid Podcast.
If you want to join our Facebook group and talk about Susan.
Morbid, a true crime podcast.
If you would like to donate in Susan's living memory to our Patreon, you can do so at
patreon.com/Morbid Podcast.
And if you'd like to check out our website and maybe think about Susan while you're doing so, you can do so at
morbidpodcast.com.
We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep
it weird.
As weird as Susan.
Keep it Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good night.
Susan.
Bye.